This video is a short look at what you need to do for the Level 2 of the Critical Identity Narrative Badge. We will look at the required activities and the rubric to understand what you need to do and what I, the instructor, will be looking for. Let's briefly look at the rubric. You can find this rubric on Brightspace, as I am doing here under Assignments, Level 2. I am also going to be sharing it as a document in our class Google Drive. Note that I'm going to be looking at two main areas. First, under Document Requirements, whether you have all the required and necessary pieces. Second, under Depth of Analysis and Thought, this means whether your analyses and reflections show substantial thought and effort. In other words, can I see that you are able to see the big picture and make connections between the things you are reading, watching, or doing, and your project and learning? Remember, to earn your badge, you need to meet expectations. Let's return to the activity list to see what this means for you. Now let's look at the Level 2 activities. The first activity that you have to do is to understand the idea of counter story. So you're going to be looking at this noise project and introduction and understand the counter story. You'll notice that there's nothing that you have to write for this one, so there's nothing that you will have to turn in, but it is an important concept. The next activity that you have to do does involve turning in something. You're being asked to choose one of these examples to look at. They're an example of a critical identity story, and you're going to be doing a rhetorical analysis of them. So you're going to read or listen or watch carefully, and then you're going to write in 300 words a rhetorical analysis. Here's the questions that you need to address. These questions will help you get a really solid understanding of how they're writing this piece, what they're using, how they're reaching the audience. Notice attention to kinds of non-personal information or research that they're using. What I would be looking for here is first that you are responding to these questions and really understanding the idea of the rhetorical situation, the rhetorical elements that they're using, and how they are reaching their audience and achieving their purpose. Please pay attention to these questions. And the more that you can provide details or explanations or show that you understand the rhetorical choices being made by these, the better your review will be and the more that you meet the expectations or even exceed expectations. So again, this is the first thing that you will have to submit, is this rhetorical analysis of one of these critical identity stories. The next piece that you're going to have to submit is related to your research. Here you're going to need to have 5 sources related to your topic. Again, you've been working on searching up for sources. And then you're going to take these sources and write either a dinner party research conversation or, which is not listed here but needs to be added, an annotated bibliography. And these will help you document, interpret, and engage your research stories with your own stories. There's information in week 6 on how to write a dinner party conversation or how to write an annotated bibliography. Week 5 and week 6 content modules will give you information on doing this. We're looking for something that's going to be around 500 words and show your research, the sources, and how it connects to your project and potentially to an audience. You can use MLA format, you can use APA format, you can use a format of your choice, just be consistent. Again, my expectations are that you are able to have the sources, that they show relevance to your project in some way, to the identities you're going to be talking about and exploring in your narrative, and that you're able to make these connections, that you are showing these connections in either the conversation or the annotated bibliography, and that you might also be able to make connections between the different sources. Now that you know what the expectations are for this level and its activities, I hope you feel more confident in finishing up your submission. And of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or visit the wonderful folks at the Writing Center. Good luck!